So dear students, here a person is standing in front of the Qutub Minar and he is looking at the top of the Qutub Minar, and at the same time he is looking at the bottom of the Qutub Minar, and he wants to find out the height of the Qutub Minar. For example, if we want to find out the height of the Qutub Minar, and we have to take a instrument to measure the height of this one, and we have to get to the top of the Qutub Minar, and is there any chance to find the height of the Qutub Minar without going to the top of this one? Is there any way? Let us find. Suppose a girl is standing on the balcony of her house and he is looking at the flower nearby the temple here, and we can say, and just she is imagining a right angle triangle here, and this is the river here, and she is imagining a right angle triangle. So by using this, can we find out the width of the river? For that also we have to travel from this point to this point. Two ends we have to travel, but without traveling, can we have any other method to find the width of the river? Let us see. Suppose a hot balloon, air balloon is flying in the air, and a girl happens to spot the balloon in the sky. From this point to the balloon point, where is the balloon now? It is at some point, and next she ran away to her mother immediately and intimated to her mother, and again she is observed the balloon with her mother. When she observed, in the first case the balloon was at point A, observed with her mother, the balloon moved to the other point. So here the object is moving continuously, and the second time the girl is looking at the balloon, that means spotted the balloon with her mother and other point. And if we imagine a right angle triangle, by using that can we find out the height of the balloon in the 2 points? Let us see. So not only for the moving objects, not only for the stationary objects, for any type of objects, if we are not able to go to the top of the objects which is having very critical to reach the distance, for every situation we have a route. We can use a route, that is trigonometry. That one is trigonometry only we can use to find out the unknown values without reaching them by using the trigonometric ratios. Now let us enter into the introduction to the trigonometry. Now today's topic is from 10th class, chapter 8, introduction to trigonometry. The topic is trigonometric ratios. So here we have some trigonometric ratios are there. In the previous classes we learnt about the problems. If number of students are in a class is, for example, 20 students are there, the ratio of the girls and boys are 4:5, like that if it will be given, and we found how to find the number of girls in the class and how to find the number of boys in the class by using that ratio. So here little bit difference is there. Ratio is nothing but here comparison. So one number is dividing by the other number. In the same way here we are going to learn about some trigonometric ratios. So here we have mainly 6 trigonometric ratios are there. Based on the given angle only we are going to find out the ratios. So have a look here. some one triangle is there, that is triangle ABC is a triangle. Which triangle it is? It is a right angle triangle. That means here we have 90-degree angle, and here the angle is given at point A. Angle is given at point A. For that we are going to write the trigonometric ratios. So we have mainly 6 trigonometric ratios are there. Those are, first one is sine, and next cos, then tan, then sec, then cosec, and next cot. So these are the simple forms of the ratios. So mainly this one is here, this one is sine angle, and here this one is cosine, and here this one is tangent, and here this one is secant, and cosec is full name is cosecant, and cot full name is cotangent. These are the main ratios we have. So for a given angle, we are going to write the trigonometric ratios. First come to the, what is the first one here? Sine. So we are going to write, and we know that while we are reading this one angle, simply we will read angle CAB or angle BAC. So here everybody, every student is always feeling that trigonometry is very tough topic, but if we learn the basics of the trigonometric values, trigonometric ratios, and some angles values will be given in the table, and if we learn that by using these trigonometric ratios and values, we can solve every problem, any problem with very easily. So let us start the values here. Here first one is sine. For angle A we are writing sine angle A equals to, so for this we have side opposite to the angle, side opposite to the angle BC by hypotenuse. What is hypotenuse here? AC. So that is sine angle A equals to side opposite to angle A, side opposite to angle A by hypotenuse. Then next cos angle A. Cos means cosine, full name is cosine, and for this we have side adjacent to angle A by hypotenuse. Side adjacent angle A by hypotenuse, that is writing that one. So what is for cos A? Cos angle A, side adjacent to angle A by hypotenuse. For this, then next another one we have tan angle A. Tan angle A equals to, we can write simply this one sine angle. So for this we can write side opposite to angle A by side adjacent to angle A. So then next one is cosecant. Cosecant means cos theta. Cos angle A equal cosec. Cosecant means cosec angle A equals to, we can write we can write this one 1 by sine angle A, 1 by sine angle A, that one equals to, we can write 1 by, what is here, sine angle A, so side opposite to angle A by side opposite to angle A by hypotenuse. So here we are writing that one, this is the side angle A, side angle, so here side opposite to angle A by side opposite to angle A by hypotenuse. So for this we can write, if it will be reverse, and we can write hypotenuse by side opposite to angle, side opposite to angle A. So then next, after cosecant we have secant angle A, secant angle A equals to, we can write this one as 1 by cos angle A, 1 by cos angle A we can write. So for this one equals to 1 by cos means what we have here, side adjacent to angle A, side adjacent to angle A by side adjacent to angle A by hypotenuse, that equals to, we can write here hypotenuse by side adjacent to angle A, side adjacent to angle A. Then next one we have cotangent. So cotangent, that means cot angle A equals to, we can write 1 by tangent angle A. So that equals to, we can write 1 by tan means side opposite to angle A by side adjacent to angle A, side adjacent to angle A. So that equals to what we can write here, side adjacent to angle A by side opposite to angle A. So these are the values, the ratios of the, these are the values and the ratios of the trigonometric, so trigonometric ratios. So one comes to the picture, sine angle A equals to what we can write, sine angle A equals to what we have written, side opposite to angle A. What is the side opposite to angle A? BC. What is hypotenuse? AC. So we can write that one, BC by AC. In the same way here for cosecant, for cosine, side adjacent to angle A by hypotenuse. And what is the side adjacent to angle A? Here this one, AB is adjacent and AC is the hypotenuse. So we can write here AC by what is hypotenuse, sorry, so what is hypotenuse, side AB by what is hypotenuse, AC. And for this one, tangent tan angle A equals to side, tangent equals to side opposite. What is side opposite? BC by adjacent means AB, and we can write here. And for cosecant we can write, hypotenuse AC by side opposite, that is angle A. What is that? BC. And here for secant, this one we can write here, hypotenuse means AC by opposite means AB. And for the cotangent, cot is that equals to side Adjacent, what is the side adjacent? AB by side opposite is AC. These are the basic trigonometric ratios. By using these we can learn every problem. We can solve any problem in the trigonometry. Dear students, the question is here from the chapter Introduction to Trigonometry, example 1. The question is given that tan A equals to 4 by 3. Find the other trigonometric ratios of the angle A. So first we have drawn a triangle here. The triangle is ABC, and here angle A. Where is the angle located here? Here the angle is located. Here the angle is located, angle A. Angle A equals to 4 by 3. Tan angle A. Tan means what? Here tan means what we learnt? Opposite. Tan angle A equals to opposite side by adjacent. Opposite side by adjacent. So from this we have indicated here 4 by 3, 4k by 3k, let us, it is given. So here we need to find the other ratios, other trigonometrical ratios we need to find out. So come to the solution here. So what is given here? Write that first, write the given value. Given value is tan angle A equals to 4 by 3. So first tan A equals to 4 by 3 equals to what is that? Opposite side to angle A. Opposite to side angle A by adjacent. Opposite side by adjacent side to angle A. So from this we need to solve that. So here opposite is given and side is given. So we need to find out first hypotenuse. We need to find out the hypotenuse value, and for that we have a formula, that is from Pythagoras theorem. From Pythagoras theorem, what we can write here? Hypotenuse square equals to hypotenuse square equals to side square plus side square. So hypotenuse square equals to what is here? AC square. So AC square equals to one side is AB square plus another side is BC square. So AC square equals to AB means how much it is given? AB means 3 is given and BC means 4. So 4k. So AC square equals to 3 square plus 4 square equals to 3 square means 9 plus 4 square means 16. So AC square equals to 9 plus 16, 25. So AC equals to under root 25. AC equals to 25 root means 5. This is the value, and we got here AC equals to 5, and from this we can find out the remaining all the trigonometric ratios. So let us have a look how we are going to find out the remaining trigonometric ratios. Right, so come to the solution. First, what is the first trigonometric ratio? Sine value. So for that we are writing here sine angle A equals to, for that first sine angle A equals to, what is the sine formula? Opposite side by hypotenuse, opposite side by hypotenuse. What is the opposite side here? BC. BC is the opposite side to angle A by hypotenuse is AC. So BC equals to how much? 4 by AC equals to how much? 5. So this is the sine value. Then next, what we can write here? Cosine. Next one is cos. Cos angle A equals to, what is the cos formula? Cos trigonometry ratio, adjacent by hypotenuse, adjacent by hypotenuse. So what is the adjacent to angle A here? Have a look here. This one, adjacent means AB and hypotenuse means AC. So that means we can write here AB adjacent by AC hypotenuse. AB means 3 by adjacent hypotenuse means 5. Now next, sine cos. Then after that, what is remaining here? Cot A. Cot A equals to what we can write? 1 by tan angle A. Cot A equals to 1 by tan angle A. So cot means 1 by tan means how much? It is given in the question here. Cot means 1 by tan A, that is 4 by 3. 4 by 3, that equals to 3 by 4. Then next, cosec A. Cosec A equals to what we can write? 1 by sine A. 1 by sine A. How much we got sine A value? 4 by 5. So that means 1 by sine A means 4 by 5, that equals to 5 by 4. Then next, what is remaining here? Another one, last one is sec A. Sec A equals to what we can write? 1 by cos A. 1 by cos A. That means 1 by, how much we got cos A? 3 by 5. We got 3 by 5, that is, so 1 by 3 by 5, that equals to 5 by 3. These are the remaining trigonometric values if tan A equals to 4 by 3 is given. Tan A means what? Opposite. Tan A means what? Here we have written opposite by adjacent. So opposite means, for angle A, opposite means BC and adjacent means AB, and here we need to find out AC value. AC value means hypotenuse value. By using this, we found the remaining values, remaining trigonometric ratios.